There are moments in our fast-moving world when everything seems to slow down. Moments so quiet, so sincere, that they remind people what truly matters in life. In a digital age filled with noise, arguments, headlines, and endless scrolling, it is rare for the internet to pause and collectively feel something gentle. Yet every once in a while, a single image appears that does exactly that. A moment that speaks not through loud words or dramatic gestures, but through warmth, simplicity, and love. This International Women's Day, that moment came from none other than Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. With just a few heartfelt words and one breathtaking photograph, Meghan managed to capture the attention of people around the world. More importantly, she managed to touch their hearts. The photograph she shared was beautifully simple, yet deeply meaningful. In it, Meghan is sitting peacefully along the shoreline of a quiet beach. The ocean stretches endlessly behind her, waves rolling gently onto the sand as sunlight pours across the scene. Cradled lovingly in her arms is her daughter, Princess Lilibet. The photograph was taken by Prince Harry himself, which adds an even more touching layer to the moment. It wasn't a staged royal portrait. It wasn't a formal announcement. It was simply a family moment, one father capturing a memory of the two people he loves most in the world. And that authenticity is exactly why the image resonated so deeply with people everywhere. In the photograph, Meghan holds little Lilibet close to her chest in a quiet embrace that feels both protective and peaceful. There is something timeless about the scene. A mother sitting by the sea with her child, wrapped in sunlight and calm. It's the kind of moment that feels universal. Anyone who has experienced the bond between parent and child can instantly recognize the love in that image. But the photograph alone was not the only thing that captured attention. Alongside the image, Meghan wrote a simple message. For the woman she will one day be, Happy International Women's Day. Just 12 words. Yet those 12 words carried enormous meaning, because within that short sentence lives the dream that nearly every parent holds for their child. The hope that they will grow into someone strong, compassionate, confident, and kind. The hope that the world will treat them with fairness and opportunity. The hope that they will discover their own voice and use it bravely. The moment Meghan posted the photo, the internet responded almost instantly. Social media timelines filled with hearts, comments, and emotional reactions. People described the image as beautiful, peaceful, and deeply moving. Mothers shared their own reflections about raising daughters. Many wrote about how the message reminded them of their own hopes for the next generation. Some said the image made them hug their daughters a little tighter. Others said it reminded them how powerful motherhood truly is. Because at its core, the image Meghan shared was not about royalty or celebrity. It was about something far more universal. It was about love between a mother and her child, and about the dreams we carry for the future. And if there is one thing Meghan has always spoken about passionately, it is the importance of empowering women and girls. Long before she became part of the royal family, Meghan had already established herself as a strong advocate for gender equality. She has spoken openly about the importance of giving girls the confidence to believe in themselves, to pursue their dreams, and to know that their voices matter. From her early activism to her later philanthropic work, that message has remained constant. So, when people saw her sitting by the ocean holding little Lilibet, the image felt like a natural extension of everything she has always stood for. It wasn't performative. It wasn't grand or overly polished. It was simply real, And sometimes real moments carry the most powerful messages of all. The tenderness of the photograph seemed to radiate through the screen. Meghan's arms wrapped gently around her daughter, the calm expression on her face, the peaceful rhythm of the ocean behind them. Everything about the image felt serene. You could almost imagine Prince Harry standing nearby on the sand, camera in hand, watching the moment unfold. Perhaps smiling quietly as he captured the image. A father observing the bond between his wife and their daughter. Those are the kinds of small family moments that become treasured memories. Moments that may seem simple at the time, but later carry enormous emotional weight. For Harry and Meghan, this photograph was likely just that a private memory shared with the world. But for millions of people who saw it, it became something more. It became a reminder that the future is being raised today in loving homes all around the world. In quiet moments between parents and children, in hugs, conversations, bedtime stories, and everyday acts of care. And that is exactly what International Women's Day celebrates. Yes, it celebrates achievements. It celebrates progress and the incredible contributions women make to society. But it also celebrates the next generation of girls who will grow up to shape the future. Girls like Lilibet. The message Meghan wrote for the woman she will one day be captures that idea perfectly. Because every girl growing up today is becoming something extraordinary. A future leader, artist, scientist, teacher, creator, or advocate. A woman with dreams and ideas that could change the world. And that journey begins in moments like the one captured in the photograph. Moments of love, moments of encouragement, moments when a child feels safe, supported, and valued. Over the years, Meghan has consistently spoken about the importance of creating a world where women support one another rather than compete against each other. A world where compassion matters. A world where opportunity exists for everyone. That philosophy continues through the work she does with Prince Harry, through their charitable organisation, the Archewell Foundation. The foundation focuses on creating meaningful change in areas such as mental health, community support, and equality. And on International Women's Day, Archewell shared its own powerful message, reflecting Meghan's commitment to uplifting women. The organisation highlighted its support for groups that provide safety, housing, and essential resources for women rebuilding their lives after hardship. Those efforts matter deeply, because while moments like the beach photograph celebrate the beauty of motherhood and hope for the future, there are also women in the world who are facing immense challenges in the present. Women who are working to rebuild their lives. Women who are seeking safety. Women who are striving to find strength again after difficult circumstances. Supporting those women is part of creating the better future that Meghan often speaks about. It's about more than words. It's about action. It's about ensuring that women everywhere have access to the resources, opportunities, and support systems they need to thrive. That combination, personal love and public purpose, is what made Meghan's International Women's Day message feel so meaningful. On one side, there was the intimate image of a mother holding her daughter. On the other, there was a broader message about empowering women everywhere. Together, those two ideas formed something incredibly powerful: love and purpose. Perhaps that is why so many people feel drawn to Meghan. Beyond the headlines, beyond the public scrutiny that often surrounds her, many see someone who genuinely believes in kindness, compassion, and lifting others up. Being a mother, a wife, an advocate, and a global public figure is not an easy balance to maintain. Yet Meghan seems to approach it with a sense of calm determination. And when people saw her sitting on that beach with Lilibet, they saw something beautifully human. Not a duchess, not a public figure, just a mother holding her child. And sometimes that is the most powerful image of all. The photograph quietly communicates a message to Lilibet that she may one day fully understand when she grows older. A message that says, you are loved, you are supported, and the future ahead of you is full of possibility. One day, Lilibet will likely look back at that photograph and see it differently. She may notice the warmth in her mother's arms, the pride in the moment captured by her father, the message written for her on International Women's Day. For the woman she will one day be, and she may realize that the photograph captured more than just a moment by the sea. It captured a promise that she would grow up surrounded by love, a promise that she would be encouraged to find her voice, a promise that she could become anything she dreams of becoming. And in sharing that moment with the world, Meghan reminded millions of people of something incredibly important. The future isn't something distant and abstract. The future is being raised right now, in homes filled with love, in families that believe in their children, in quiet moments between mothers and daughters. Sometimes the most powerful messages are not delivered through long speeches or grand stages. Sometimes they arrive quietly, through a photograph, through a hug, through 12 simple words. And on that peaceful beach, in that tender embrace between Meghan and little Lilibet, the world was reminded of something truly beautiful. Hope for the future begins with love in the present.